I just finished the first mission of Radio Commander, developed by Sirius Sim. It was released in 2019, and I have to say, this was one of the most unique strategy experiences I've ever had.
Alpha, this is Papa Bear. What's your status? Over.
Papa Bear, this is Alpha. 36, man.
The core gameplay is unlike most other military sims. Instead of directly moving units around on a battlefield in real time, you're sitting behind a desk looking at a paper map and giving orders over the radio. It's slower paced, indirect, and it takes some getting used to. But that's a charm that's hard to quantify about this game. I felt like I had authority because I was literally giving the orders, but at the same time, I wasn't the one holding the gun. My influence over the fight, especially during the battle at the end of the mission, was limited, and that tension actually made things more interesting. There's a real sense of suspense in this game. You don't always know what's going on unless your platoons report in, or unless you specifically ask for their status. That waiting, that uncertainty made me lean forward in my chair a little bit. I wasn't watching a 3D battlefield, I was imagining it in my head, and that was surprisingly immersive. I actually remember one time when I ordered my platoon to go to a certain position. It was across where there was reportedly a Viet Cong camp, and I was like, okay, it's been a little while since they've reported anything, so I'm gonna ask for their position. And I was like, hey Bravo, what's your position? And I got no response for like 2 seconds, and that kind of freaked me out.
Bravo, this is Papa Bear. What's your position? Over.
Papa Bear, this is Bravo. Our position is...
It was very interesting that the game had that kind of suspense. That said, I did run into a snag during this mission that I played. The game wanted me to send Alpha into the Viet Cong camp, but I had only sent Bravo, while Alpha handled talking to villagers, which was listed as the primary objective for the mission. It was like a hearts and minds kind of thing. And so I thought, okay, great that I have 2 platoons. Let me send Bravo to investigate the Viet Cong camp, and I'll leave Alpha to do the main goal of the mission. But I eventually realized the game required both platoons there, and that arbitrary requirement dragged out the mission far longer than it should have. It was a bit frustrating, but it also taught me that Radio Commander expects you to follow its logic closely, not just your own. On the presentation side, the graphical style is fine. It doesn't need to be flashy, since most of the time you're staring at a paper map and moving pegs to represent units. And honestly, that's part of the appeal. The minimalism leaves more to the imagination. The map itself is well done. The grid system makes it logical to determine coordinates, and I liked the tooltip that showed exact coordinates wherever my mouse hovered. The tools were also solid, being able to draw on the map and place additional pegs as I saw fit. It gave me control over how I wanted to visualize the battle. I especially appreciated the position auto update option. That was awesome. It automatically moves platoon pegs when they report their coordinates, so it's not giving you that real-time thing, but it's retaining the Radio Commander feel, but it means you don't have to manually move them when they report it. But it's just a great quality of life feature. Overall, it's clear that Radio Commander was made with attention to detail and a lot of love for its concept. While I wouldn't call it riveting, like super exciting for me, personally, it's absolutely something that I'd recommend to anyone who finds the premise interesting. I haven't played another game quite like it, and I'm glad this one exists. Thank you so much for watching this first impressions video. If you enjoyed it and want to see more, please leave a like, subscribe, and join the Discord server, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more videos. I will see you next time, and you need to relax.